Hello everyone, X-Walk Hill Bethelite here. And by now everybody knows about the coronavirus, the scare, the people that have been affected. Some of the people have died. This affected a lot of people in other countries. You know, the people who right now are really concerned about the coronavirus are getting sick in general. Getting sick in general, and I'm talking about in a major way, are Bethelites. Because if you don't all know, based off my experience and experiences of others, that if Bethel senses any kind of problem with the individual person who has dedicated their life to serving at Bethel, they're getting rid of them. See, individual members of the cult dedicate themselves to Bethel. Bethel don't dedicate itself to nobody. Bethel will put you out, and it doesn't have to do with conduct. It was the longest running myth that people that get put out of Bethel, they get put out, because they did something wrong. That was almost like a doctrine, untrue doctrine that Jehovah's Witnesses believed in, just like the 1975 end of the world prediction and the generation of 1914 won't pass away before the end of the world teaching. The teaching that Bethel will hold on to you, take care of you, dedicate itself to you just like you dedicate yourself to it, is a complete and total myth. And with this information out about a coronavirus, those Bethelites, the ones that don't have much money in their savings and working for free, the ones that sold their house so that them and their wife can go and serve at Bethel, you better believe they're concerned, not just for their health and well-being, but they're concerned for their status in an organization that puts zero value on anything other than itself. Zero value on anything other than itself. Probably the only people that wouldn't really be put out if they were ill or something like that would be a governing body member or someone who would cause a PR hit for Bethel. Bethel ain't just paying for nobody's medical and all that for no reason. It has to be a situation where there's going to be some kind of a big PR hit. If Bethel lets someone go, then they might not do it. For example, the whole quote-unquote restructuring, which was really most of the time just getting rid of Bethelites. The only people that I know of that were offered other positions were people who had been at Bethel, a long time, probably like 10 years and up, and knew a lot of people, and it'd probably be a PR hit, or those are the people Bethel just really doesn't want out on the streets, getting this knowledge out to the people. You would have had a whole, if Bethel wouldn't have just, instead of kicking everybody out, put some of the people, the ones that have been there 10 years and up, and people like that, if they wouldn't have sent some of those people into special pioneering or just found some place to put them, since they were selling buildings and they know what else to do with them, they'd have had people that had served at Bethel 10 plus years, tons of them, with all kinds of inside knowledge and information about the other people there and what goes on, all out on the street, all probably making videos and writing books. They didn't want to have that. So they would hold on to or just appease some of those individuals. But what about the rest of the quote-unquote Bethel family? this family that just discards its members. And it's not too unlike a regular JW family, where your family members, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, the amount of contact they have with you just has a lot to do with what value a Watchtower puts on it. It's crazy, but it's true. So you got people, I'm sure, every morning at morning worship praying that they don't catch this virus outbreak, because they know if they catch it, a lot of these young men and women that's dedicated themselves to Bethel, whether they know it or not, if they catch it and it looks like they're going to be out of work for a while, A, so Bethel can't use them, and B, there may be some expenses involved, you're going to have people getting put out right from the Bethel infirmary. They're going to be in the car with a box of Kleenexes and a thing of orange juice, coughing and sneezing and doing every other symptom that is involved with the coronavirus, looking for some place to go, because Bethel will put you out. It is a business, and not only is it a business, but it's a business that has less value for its own membership than most businesses. Watchtower is under the religious umbrella. They know they can kick out a Bethelite and they got 1,000 more fanatics waiting to take their place. See, it's not like other businesses where they have to recruit talent, and then once they lose that talent, it takes a lot of work for them to replace it. Well, the Organization of Jehovah's Witnesses as a whole, yeah, they lose members and it struggles to replace them. But Bethel, the organizational structure that picks people from the general organization, they're not going to have a problem selecting people to replace members that they kick out because they got older and they don't want to pay very much for them, or they just don't feel like what they're getting from that person is worth them investing much time in them. You know what I mean? If a person is an electrician and Bethel realizes, oh man, we're getting all this for free, yeah, they'll try to hold on to a person like that. But a person who is just a very dedicated religious person, that they really believe hard on what Watchtower teaches, and they don't really necessarily have that great of a skill set educationally wise, primarily of Watchtower's own fault because of their teachings on higher education. Those people, Watchtower uses them and dumps them, uses them and dumps them. The people who are the strong believers that are there because in their mind they're serving Jehovah, but may not have the strongest skill set. The whole concept that Bethel will just find a place for them, and as long as you have that willing attitude, they'll just find a place. No. If it looks like they're not going to be able to get as much out of you, then they'll give you the boot. And people find that out in a number of ways. They find it out when they decide, okay, I want to get married, and they've been at Bethel for a long time. It could be 10 plus years, but they're not like in a position of oversight, or they're not in a position where Bethel sees we're getting a whole bunch out of them for free. Well, they'll tell them to go kick rocks, you and your new fiance, wife, whatever. Y'all both go kick rocks. Find something else. We don't care that we've been using you and not giving you any money for your labor for 10 plus years. So a person that's been working for free for 10 plus years is just supposed to just find a house, buy the house, set up the wedding, furnish the house. Come on. It doesn't make sense, but Bethel doesn't care. Let that coronavirus sweep through Bethel. And you're going to see a whole new wave of Bethelites heading, quote unquote, home, if they have a home to go to. Some of the people that go to Bethel, their family isn't JW. Their family was against them in that decision. They may have had to spite their family to go to Bethel, and now are completely reliant on who they think is Jehovah, but really is just Bethel, to provide for them because of the sacrifice they made. Don't let them catch this coronavirus and it not be something that can be treated quickly and easily. Bethel is not going to have a bunch of people sitting in their infirmary and them not getting nothing out of it. Forget the brotherly love and all the bullshit that they preach. They're not going to have a bunch of people in that infirmary and they're feeding them and they're not going to get a whole lot out of them. They're cutting them. They're going to be cutting staff super quick and then just replacing them with somebody younger. And another reason that they do this is the membership. The membership of Jehovah's Witnesses. These are the same people that know about the child molestation that was allowed to go on for a long period of time because people just didn't want that information to get out about the cult. They rather cover it up than protect the kids. Well, the membership, as they become more and more knowledgeable about that sort of thing, they just stay anyway. They just push it to the back of their minds, talking about, well, nobody's perfect. I kid you not. If there's somebody that's at Bethel and they catch that coronavirus, mark my words, they will put you out and say, Jehovah take care of it. You're going to be in your car wandering around trying to find a place to go. And, you know, what they're going to say is, well, Bethel's not perfect. All the people that you tell what happened to you while you were on your sick bed and Bethel put you out and you're telling people what happened, they're not going to care. Bethelites, you have put yourself in a situation where you have no control over your future. Bethel can put you out whenever they want. And you think in your mind that the members, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the other cult members, that they've got the moral fiber to be angry or upset if that were to happen. So you think Bethel won't do that because Bethel's not going to want to deal with the lashback. There's not going to be a lashback. You're going to be in a car with boxes packed up with your belongings, trying to find a place to go, telling your relatives what happened. And if they're Jehovah's Witnesses, all they're going to say, well, the organization's not perfect. That's all they're going to say. They're not going to care about what you sacrificed. They're not going to care about what you went through at Bethel. They're not going to care about any of these things. They're not going to care that you and your wife, sacrificed having kids. They're not going to care that you and your wife sacrificed having kids just to serve at Bethel. Let somebody catch that coronavirus. They will put you out in a heartbeat. Bethel is not going to change. That organization is not going to change. Children are not important to that organization outside of a watchtower. A watchtower will have a picture of Jesus talking about bringing the kids to me. Watchtower policy, what they actually do outside of what they print in a magazine, is going to be, well, tell your kid to bring 2 witnesses. Otherwise, we ain't doing nothing about this child molestation. That's what they actually do in practice. Watchtower will call the Bethel facilities a family in literature. They will put your behind out in practice over financial reasons. It just looks like, health-wise, this might cost a little bit, and we ain't paying it, you paying it, and we putting you out. And don't think that they're going to let you get well first before they put you out. They will put your butt out They will wheel your butt out in a wheelchair if you can't hardly walk straight, and pack you in a car. I mean, go ahead and see if it don't happen. Go ahead and see if it don't happen. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from experience, not just from me, but from other people that I was at Bethel with that had gotten sick and that was in the infirmary, and they were told to kick rocks. They were told to leave. I'm talking from experience. 937-789-4029. I mean, you know, you got people that are pioneering, and all these people are right now are just highly susceptible to contact or something. They're going into whoever's houses. They're in contact with people constantly, whether it be at the hall, whether it just be at doors, or whether it just be out in public. Let them get sick. Watchtower, nobody's going to care about the 30 years you spent pioneering. You sick, you can't pioneer no more? Oh yeah, we will announce that you off this list in front of everybody. Let's see how much they care about you once you're not filling out all those hours on that field service slip. You think because you done pioneered for 50 years, oh, if I catch the sickness, they're going to all wish, you know, be behind me. If you in your sick bed and you're going to be there for a while, and you ain't going to be filling out them field service slips with all them hours on there that they can show the circuit overseer or whoever all else, yeah, you're going to get forgotten. And nobody's going to care. Go ahead and talk about how not right it is all you want. Jehovah's Witnesses have this internal excuse for everything that they do. And that is, we're not perfect. That's all you're going to hear. We're not perfect. Well, Jehovah fix it later is what you're going to hear. Comment down below. Let it be an elder. Let it be anybody that has to step down. Once Watchtower no longer sees you as valuable anymore, once you're not at the hall, carrying the mics, doing whatever in the world you're asked to do, there's not that much concern for you as an individual when you're not producing for them. Comment down below, let me know what you think. X Wall Kill Bethelite signing out.